Ladson, South Carolina. A quiet Lowcountry town where families built their lives and children walked to school at sunrise. In 1990, one of those children was Crystal Lee Surrell, a tall, fast, energetic 13-year-old. Her family called her Crickette. But on a November morning, the walk she had taken so many times before would be her last. Her disappearance would spark a frantic search, a devastating discovery, and a murder investigation that would stretch on for more than a decade. Tonight, we don't just examine the case. We honor the child behind it. This is the story of a life taken too soon and a name her family refuses to let fade. This is Remembering Crickette. Ladson, South Carolina. A quiet Lowcountry community where tall pines line the sidewalks and children walk to school beneath the early morning sun. In November of 1990, one of those children was Crystal Lee Surrell. She was 13, energetic, fast on her feet. Her long legs carried her effortlessly across the backyard, chasing crickets with laughter that echoed through the evening air. That's how she earned the nickname her family still uses today, Crickette. But on a cool November morning, the familiar walk she had taken so many times before would be her last. It was shortly after sunrise when Crystal stepped out of her family's home. Her backpack was slung over her shoulder. Her hair was brushed. Her shoes tied tight. She walked toward school the same way she always did. A short route toward Oak Brook Middle School. A path other children traveled daily. But somewhere along that familiar stretch of road, something happened. Something violent. Something final. Crystal never arrived. When her name didn't appear on the attendance list, the school contacted her family. Concern spread quickly. By afternoon, an official search began. Deputies scoured the area. Neighbors joined them. Cars moved slowly up and down Dorchester Road, their headlights piercing the fading daylight. Parents across Ladson held their children close. Crystal Surrell had vanished. 2 days later, a discovery in a wooded area near the school route ended all hope. Search teams came across a body, partially concealed, left in a shallow wooded stretch of land off the beaten path. It was Crystal. She had been abducted, assaulted, murdered. Her life stolen in a moment of cruelty that stunned the community. Her body showed signs of severe trauma. The scene was disturbed, and with the technology available in 1990, investigators had little to work with. Still, they collected everything they could: fibers, footprints, trace materials, and the soil beneath her. But the woods had no witnesses, and the case was already slipping into silence. Leads poured in. Tips were investigated. Interviews were conducted. And each one led nowhere. Weeks passed, then months, then years. Investigators revisited the crime scene countless times, searching for something, anything that might tell them who killed Crystal. But the answers remained buried in the forest floor. The community healed. The seasons changed. But the Surrell family carried the weight of a child who never came home. For nearly 13 years, the truth stayed hidden. But the woods had not forgotten, and neither had the detectives.